Hello. I would just like to point out that France is the chair of the International Partnership Against Impunity for the Use of Chemical Weapons. I'm about to read just a few excerpts from a statement made by ministers of the participating globalist states, and this ironically was in Paris on the 18th of May 2018. Quote, "We reaffirm our condemnation in the strongest possible terms of the use of chemical weapons by anyone under any circumstance, emphasising that all uses of chemical weapons anywhere, at any time, by anyone under any circumstances are unacceptable and contravene international standards and norms against such use. We reaffirm the importance of full respect for the 1925 Geneva Protocol for the prohibition of the use in war of asphyxiating, poisonous or other gases and of bacteriological methods of warfare. We condemn the use of propaganda, false and fabricated news stories, or other such tools and campaigns designed to deliberately create misinformation about chemical weapon attacks and to avoid attribution and accountability." How rich is that? The International Partnership Against Impunity for the Use of Chemical Weapons was initiated by France, and it represents a political commitment by participating countries to hold to account those responsible for the use of chemical weapons. Now, here's the real kicker. What exactly is a chemical weapon? Chemical weapons are weapons of mass destruction which deliberately use the toxic properties of chemical substances to cause death, injury, or temporary incapacitation. They have been prohibited under international law since 1994. Incapacitating and disabling agents like tear gas or CS gas, which have only temporary psychological effects such as vision or breathing problems, they may be used to maintain public order, but it is forbidden to use them as a means of warfare. So these chemicals are essentially too harsh to be used when fighting a war, but they're okay to use on citizens. So this is a declaration that if a country is being attacked, it is not acceptable for them to defend themselves or their property, just like the French government is doing by using tear gas on its protesters. And finally, here is a list of countries that have signed up to this declaration. Take a look and see if your country is on this list. And if so, do a bit of homework. Does your country have a stockpile of tear gas? The media coverage used in this clip is the sole property of the Rebel. I will include a link to the full footage, which I thoroughly recommend watching because you'll get feet on the street and real journalism as opposed to corporate propaganda. As Lionel Nation so eloquently said of mainstream media, the journalists are not reporters, they are repeaters. Cheers from Rebel Radius.
Right, you're bloody well right. You got a bloody right to say